Arty stood in the middle of Porto's historic Ribeira district, his gaze sweeping over the vibrant streets that seemed to whisper secrets of centuries past. The sun hung low in the sky, casting its warmth on the colorful buildings adorned with intricate azulejos. It was as if the city itself was inviting him deeper into its narrative.
They were a group of 5 friends who had recently traveled to the cities, Medellín in Colombia, Chiang Mai in Thailand, Prague in Czech Republic, and Venice in Italy.
We finally made it to Porto, a city in Portugal.
Jen exclaimed in excitement. The wind tousled her hair and she laughed, a sound that mixed delight with wonder.
It's even more beautiful than the history books said,
Arty replied, his voice tinged with reverence. As a history enthusiast, the allure of ancient tales hidden within the walls of the city captivated him. He could almost hear the echoes of sailors and explorers who once navigated these cobbled streets.
Come on, I heard there's an antique shop nearby that we can't miss.
Jen tugged at his arm, pulling him from his reverie. She always had a nose for the unusual, a penchant for adventure that often drew them into uncharted territories. They navigated through tight alleyways and vibrant plazas until they reached the door of Mr. Thess's shop, a quaint establishment, its wooden sign barely swinging in the light breeze. The exterior was draped in golden light, giving it a magical glow that hinted at what lay inside. Arty carefully pushed the door open, a bell chimed, and they were enveloped by the scent of aged wood and antiquity. The shop was full of curiosities, faded maps pinned to walls, pottery adorned with intricate designs, and furniture that seemed to tell stories of its own. But it was the enigmatic figure behind the counter that captured their attention.
Welcome, young explorers.
Mr. Thess was a tall man, his spectacles perched low on his nose. He regarded them with a curious gaze, a hint of a smile playing on his lips. He said, his voice rich and melodic, as if he were sharing the beginning of a grand tale.
We're looking for something special.
Arty felt a shiver of excitement.
The call of history, is it?
Mr. Thess said, gesturing for them to follow him deeper into the shop. Each step felt like a journey through time, and Arty could almost envision the past coming to life around him. As they strolled past shelves filled with unusual artifacts, Jen suddenly stopped in front of a glass display case, her eyes wide with intrigue. Inside, nestled among the velvet lining, lay an ornate compass.
What do you think it is?
Jen whispered, her voice brimming with awe.
Oh, that compass. Legend says it has guided its owners to hidden treasures throughout the ages. A true adventure is essential.
Jen's eyes sparkled as she imagined herself on grand quests to undiscovered lands. Arty too felt a magnetic pull toward another piece. A brass astrolabe, its circular design intricate and beautiful, evoking thoughts of 16th century explorers mapping the uncharted seas. He could almost hear the creaking of ships and the laughter of men chasing the horizon in search of glory.
I'll take this,
Arty said, his heart pounding with discovery as he pointed to the astrolabe.
You have chosen a powerful symbol of exploration itself. An astrolabe can be used to measure the position of the sun, the moon and the stars, to calculate the time and latitude of your location.
As they made their purchases, Arty's thoughts danced between the past and the present. The world around them faded, and he felt a surge of kinship with the explorers who once used these tools.
Let's take our treasures to a cafe and discuss our next move.
Jen suggested, her spirit undaunted by the weight of the compass.
Absolutely,
Arty replied, both their curiosities piqued. As they walked side by side, Arty couldn't help but smile.
They had previously bought a porcelain teacup set from Medellín, Colombia, a clay flower pot from Chiang Mai, Thailand, an antique violin from Vienna, Austria, a set of 2 brass candle holders from Prague, Czech Republic, and a ceramic jar with painted trees and sky from Venice, Italy.
On this day, under the Porto sun, they were not just 5 friends exploring a city. They were modern-day adventurers. And the world was theirs to discover.